Owen, tell me something.
Truman, only 5 more sleeps till Chiefs football, or 3 if you're a listener.
What? 4? Or it's Monday. Monday night, Tuesday night, Thursday night, or Wednesday night, Thursday night. 4. 4 sleeps.
2 more sleeps if you're a listener. 4 more sleeps for us. Love it.
Dahm, that is true.
That's the first soundbite of season 6.
Oh, welcome everybody back to another episode and season of Dahm, That's True. That's right, the season 6 kickoff, where this season, I know everybody always loves Dahm, That's Math, and we're starting this season hot in that we don't even know how many sleeps it is until the season starts. So
It feels like a Sunday, okay? I didn't go to work.
it does feel like a Sunday. I will give you that. All right, you get a pass. Yes.
Yay.
2 sleeps for the listeners by the time this comes out on a Wednesday. 4 sleeps for us currently.
1 sleep if you're just a fan of The Shield and you just want to see NFL football.
Yes, yeah. Whenever you're listening to this, yeah, because
Coming on
it's
Wednesday.
Eagles. We picked this game so many times. It's Eagles and who kicking off the season?
Dude, I could not tell you. I could not tell you. I don't remember. Eagles, I'm guessing Eagles Commanders.
Wrong NFC East team.
Is it Eagles Giants?
Wrong again.
Oh, it's Eagles Cowboys.
It's the biggest brand
obviously, so
in football. Yeah.
versus the most arrogant brand in
Of
football.
course, the NFL would take the biggest brand and kick off the season with it if they can. Biggest brand for
They
now.
are the biggest brand. They are actually the biggest brand
like in
in the world.
In the world.
They are the most valuable franchise.
Really?
Yep.
I think I always get tripped up that soccer teams aren't worth that much.
Shockingly, you have to remember that that the USA is huge,
Right. I guess that's fair. Yeah.
and that a large
And that soccer's so regionalized typically for the fan bases, where it's
Yeah.
like Real Madrid, sure, everybody knows them all over the world.
and they have most of Madrid,
Right.
but Spain isn't as big as 50 U.S. states.
Right. Spain is probably as big as... See, you never know, because you never know what map is like so USA focused. Spain is certainly smaller than Texas, and I would
Yes.
think it is smaller. I bet it's about the size of Missouri plus like a third of Kansas. I bet it's just a little bit bigger than Missouri.
Yeah.
In my head, I want to say it's the same size as Missouri, but I think that's our U.S.-focused maps is making it feel bigger.
Okay, 190. That's no way. Okay.
Dom, that's geography. Welcome to
Well,
season 6, the
fucking-
kickoff show.
Google AI just tried to tell me it's 100,000 square miles. It is not. It is a bit more than that.
Stop
Google AI.
listening to Google AI. It's the same people. Like I had, anytime I'm in an argument, and 1, you quote AI, I disrespect you more. And 2, whenever you quote AI and you're quoting Google AI, I respect you the least. Because it's literally you tried to search something. Just click on the
Yeah.
links.
It's 200,000 square miles for Spain.
Okay?
So, Missouri,
200,000 just straight up? Or
like
obviously
193,000.
round. Okay. Missouri square miles?
Missouri size in square miles. Missouri is 70,000 square miles.
So not even close. Okay. Well,
So it's a little bit
you said square miles versus square meters?
miles.
You said square miles.
I looked it up in
Spain
square
also?
miles.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
It's smaller than Texas.
Okay.
Texas has more land mass, probably, and people than Spain.
That's probably fair. Yeah.
So, Cowboys.
Although, man, a lot of Texas is empty. But yes, but the Cowboys also had the mass appeal of like being the first team on television in the 90s where like,
Just like this season where they're the first team on the NFL. Welcome into NFL Week 1 Chiefs pregame coverage with Dahm, That's True, fellas. Happy to celebrate a 6th season with you guys. Really appreciate all of you who have been watching the whole time, especially the patrons. Shout out to Skylar. Shout out to Dylan. Shout out to Aaron. Shout out to Ozzy. And shout out to Meltbox Kansas City. Still open in the Iron District.
still out there slanging that cream. They're slanging that cream.
And they're slanging that social media presence. If
Yeah.
you should follow them.
Just bought a 3rd truck.
I saw that.
You see that?
Yeah, just got back.
Yes. Yeah.
Time to decorate.
They went out to Philly. They took a little road trip. Yeah. Because he sent me like, or like posted like on a Snap story about like he was in a plane. I was like going to buy the third truck, and he was like, shh, 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 shh.
He was like, yeah, don't tell anybody.
Yep.
That's fun. Yeah, good for them, man. As you know, always happy to hear about Milkbox success. But one thing we do like about as much as Milkbox success.
Is you liking and subscribing?
That's
on
what
the
I was gonna
YouTube.
say, Truman.
Yes, making sure that you're liking and subscribing. If you are listening on Spotify, want to see our face, we're always on YouTube. If you're on YouTube and don't want to see our face, check out Spotify or Apple.
That's right.
Dom That's True and Dom That's True OD on YouTube. Also, you're commenting. What are you commenting?
You're commenting what you're most looking forward to about this Chiefs season.
Yes. And now that all your fantasy drafts are probably over by the time that you listen to this, actually, you might have one more left.
Yeah, a couple of us.
Some draft on Wednesday night. Give us your favorite like sleeper pick.
Ooh, yeah. That way we can say, "Oh man, I wish I would have got him."
Yeah, right, exactly. Oh, yeah. So, okay, there's that. We did that. I think we're ready to start just a normal episode of Dom. It's weird. It's weird.
It is weird. Finally back into the season after a
Wait, did I say our names? Did I say welcome everybody? I don't feel like I did.
Yes, you did.
Did I say the bomb?
No, you did not, though. You didn't do that. You said welcome in, everybody.
Well, I'm Truman Steam Machine Steam. 6 seasons of this, by the way. And as always, I'm joined by the bomb.
Bang.
Oh, and Dahm. Yeah. I was like, something felt wrong. I was like,
only
because I was like, I didn't point at the thing, and I was like, wait.
You've only been doing the bomb and the steam machine for 2 years straight. So
Yeah, right. Yeah.
M2 also was 2.
or was 2.
We're off to a really, really hot start here. Okay, Chiefs versus Chargers preview. Finally, the season is finally upon us.
And no Mike Williams, so
Yes,
things are looking up for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Nobody to fucking murder us. Because I think he even re-signed with the Chargers right before he retired.
Yes,
And I was like, oh my fucking God, we're going to have to do this shit again. And then he was like, okay, I'm done.
Then it was just Keenan Allen, who's 33?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
Keenan Allen's here. He's old, yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. I really want to see the Chiefs O-line in a real game, and I think the Chargers, who have got a middling D-line, will be a good, test point. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, yeah. No, absolutely. I am interested, of course, to see the Chiefs' offensive line in an entire game. I really felt good when we saw Mahomes in the preseason. I told Owen, this is a running thing that we talk about, but I have just a knack whenever I see Mahomes in the preseason, I could be like, yeah, he's probably going to win MVP. Or, probably not this year.
Right.
Kind of felt like MVP Mahomes, honestly.
Yeah, I mean,
Not going to lie to you, he just felt like he was comfortable back there and just dicing and just knifing up defense.
No more people to drop the ball. No more Sky Moore, so that's good.
That's right.
Your wide receiver 8 is a promising rookie, so best wide receiver core he's had in 3 years.
Yeah.
Very
probably
nice.
Probably won't play. Jalen Rowe is probably out for
which is, if that's your floor, so that's good.
Defense feels like it's getting better. Still worried about the cornerbacks, but Christian Fulton looked like he was kind of ramping up that last game also, so he might be...
I mean, seasoned vet.
Yeah, I think that's your ideal whenever you have 3 cornerbacks out there. I think it's going to be McDuffie, Watson, Christian Fulton.
Which is
Christian oh, my God. I'm going to have to start doing this
Christian
now.
Watson, even. Justin Watson.
It is Christian Fulton.
Yes.
Right? Okay. Because there's another Fulton, isn't there?
You're thinking of Kendall Fuller.
Maybe. I guess I'm also kind of thinking of Shamari Connor. Who's 27? Who did 27 used to be?
Shamari Connor.
No, it was somebody else. Some other Fulton. What are we doing? What's happening?
Dude, I don't know what you're doing. You're trying to kill me in the first episode of the season.
There was a different Fulton cornerback for the Chiefs.
Chiefs number 27. That is Shamari Connor, like I said.
Now it is, yes. But hold on. Chiefs 27 Fulton.
All players that wear number 27 for the Kansas City Chiefs. Here we go.
Nope, Christian Fulton.
The most recent one is Shamari Connor. Before that, it was Rashad Fenton.
Thank you. God damn, that was dumb. Okay. All right, we are really firing on all cylinders to start this year. Oh, and I do want to give you a couple facts about this Chiefs-Chargers rivalry. Did you
do?
know that in the 2020s, the Chiefs are 8-2 against the Los Angeles Chargers?
Yes, the 2020s. Yes.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
I believe one game
One was the overtime game that they printed shirts for in 20. No, wait, that was 2018.
Yeah. No. That was the one that you in 2018.
That was
the one
I
you
crashed out in the bar.
in Aggieville. Yeah. In Owen's defense, it was 25-cent tequilas at 1863.
I had a lot of them.
Yes, and we did, and it was also dollar tacos.
Yeah, we were
I mean,
drunk as fuck.
We would kill dollar tacos and then 25-cent just tequila wells.
1863 doesn't even exist anymore. It's got a different name.
McCool's now. I think that's been a couple
McCool's.
different bars.
Yes.
Very similar. That whole strip is just like
That spot is not good.
like there was the Dancing Ganesh,
Yeah.
and then it became a terrible, like more upscale restaurant that I remember. It was fancy enough where they didn't have salt and pepper on the table, and I went and it was under-seasoned, and I'm like, well, what are we doing here, guys? And so it might have been French, I guess. And then they had it was like a to-go Indian, like a more like quick serve, like almost like Chipotle Indian style.
That spot is just bad.
Yeah, and then it was a plant and tea shop for like the last 2 years, and Tina really liked it, and that's closed now. So
It's just in a bad spot because everyone's trying to get out of that street area to get into
you
Aggieville.
Dahm, that's true studio.
yeah. When we pop off, yeah.
Every time I see an empty building, I was like, what if we just recorded, and then people would just like drive by and see us just recording. They're like, what are those guys doing? What are they building?
What are they
in
building
there?
in there?
Yeah.
But the Chiefs have been building wins on the Chargers. You've been saying
two also,
8-2.
what or was
Great.
two.
Oh.
Fumbling
Fumbling
And-
on the soundboard also.
So 8-2.
8-2, yes, and they are. I believe it was 13-7 in the 2010s. So
Yeah,
pretty good.
That seems all right.
Do you know the 2 losses?
It's hard to think of them.
Oh, they also have 11 straight road wins.
I know
against
that.
the Chargers
So
dating back to 2014.
I don't remember the 2 Chargers losses.
Oh my God,
Dude,
God damn.
what are you doing? Get that
By the
soundboard
way,
away from
I hit like a million. Like the keyboard fell into it. I hit 3 different soundboard cues all at once. I forget that now that we're not doing Excel, that I don't need to have the keyboard on it. So
That's true.
I'm very sorry to everybody. Okay, 6 seasons by the way.
I cannot tell you the 2 losses. They're not coming to mind.
One of them. Were you at the Renfest with us
Yes.
for that loss? You remember? We had to watch it on our phone. Like Mahomes, like there was a.
I thought the one we were at the Renfest that was the Browns one where they choked the game back to us.
No, that was. I was at Worlds of Fun for that game.
Oh, okay.
The Renfest one was when they had like a pass interference late, where it like felt like pretty good defense, and then they threw the flag, and then and then they scored. And we
Yeah.
lost.
Okay. Yeah. That one's jogging my memory. What's the other one?
The other one was in 2020, and it was I think that at the Chargers, which makes me think that it was the end of the season game with maybe Chad Henne, because it was like 31. Maybe like 31-28 or like
Yeah,
31
dude,
like
that is not coming to mind. Was that the Chris Jones sack game where he needed a sack to get more money?
maybe, yeah, and then he was done.
Then we yanked him. Yeah, was that? Oh yes, that was because that was the Blaine Gabbert and he was horrible, right?
No. Now you're too far forward. It's 2020, so it had to have been Chad Henne.
Yeah, I just couldn't. Yeah, I don't remember.
I don't know. It's not important. Not that important.
Shitty
but
game. We
there you
don't
go.
lose to the Chargers, man.
Yes. So those are your 2 losses inside the 2020s. Is one where they did beat us. Semi fair and square, right? Fair and square.
Fair and square.
Listen. Yeah. And then the other time I think was a game against the backups. So
Yep.
that's your 2 losses to the Chargers. And I just don't see how you add another one here.
I'm also not seeing how they're winning.
You don't know if you're going to see Najee Harris or Omari and Hampton. Captain Najee Harris, as we've been calling him all day. We had like me and Owen had 3 fantasy drafts today. By the way, we are recording on Labor Day. Happy National Fantasy Football Draft Day, essentially.
Yeah, for real.
I feel like that's what Labor Day has become, as the NFL has pushed earlier in the year. Now everybody wants to draft this week, and Labor Day, everybody's off work. So
Right. Yeah, I mean, I just don't think their wide receiver core is good enough to beat us because they're gonna need it, and they don't have like okay, when Austin Eckler was at the peak of his powers, like you could fear the Chargers because he could both run the ball and he was a threat out of the backfield, but they just don't have that anymore.
right, and like again, Lad McConkey, solid. But like, I think back like to the Chargers game last year. Just wasn't that scared of them.
No, he did well, but
I was on a cruise,
yep.
so that was a little weird. I remember I woke up and Mahomes threw an interception. I was like, all right, great, it's gonna be one of these games again. So I went to bed because I was leaving the next day, and it was
Right.
on at like 11 p.m. or like 1 a.m.
Yeah, because you were in Europe.
Yeah, it's something stupid. And so I was like, and then I woke up. I saw we were down at halftime. Woke up later. I stayed up long enough to see him tear Rashee Rice's ACL because that was like second play.
Oh yeah, geez.
It was on the same play as the interception. I was like, well, I guess that's how this fucking game's going to go. And then I wake up, I see we're down like 10-7 at halftime, and I wake up and saw we won like 17-14. I was like, glad I fucking missed that game.
That game did suck.
And I can't even remember the second game because there was so much bullshit that happened last season that you just have to assume that some bullshit happened during the Chiefs' second game against the Chargers, but I can't remember what game it was.
Yeah, I can't. It's not coming to the top of my head either.
Obviously, the Broncos is always on the top of my mind, but
Yeah,
I'm trying to remember-
the Broncos games are more memorable.
Chargers at Chiefs 2024. It was 17-19. So a
Ugly.
terrible game. Oh, I was at the game. That's why I'm not thinking of it, because I can't think about myself watching it. They doinked in the game winner.
Oh, that's right.
The doink for the division.
And it was not Butker because he was hurt.
Yes, it was like a, to be fair, it was like a 25 or 30 yard field goal.
34, yeah.
Yeah, and they went to go kick it, and I remember because you never felt like we were gonna lose. It was like people like it's one of those that's like scary, but for like 2 seconds you see it hit it, you're like, oh, and then by the time you even can react to it, it's through, and you're like, all right, we won. Whatever, that was stupid.
Yeah, the kick went up, and it never looked like it was going wide, but you're just like, okay, where is it hitting on this pole? Is what it looked
Yeah.
like on the TV at least.
Right, it just kind of keeps drifting. You're like, whoa.
You're like, ha, that's funny. It's gonna be close, and then it got close. You're like, man, that's gonna be really close.
It looked kind of close, don't it? Yeah.
Doink
And then,
in.
Totally fine. Yeah. So
Yeah,
that was the other game.
He was the third Chiefs kicker to kick a game winner that season,
yeah.
which is crazy that we had three different kickers kick game winners.
Right, and just kind of a dumb
Matthew Wright,
Schrader that game.
Spencer Schrader, yeah,
Spencer
That
Schrader.
was-
Yes, I think it was Matthew Wright in Carolina, and there's Spencer Schrader.
yes,
and-
exactly right.
Yes, that sounds right.
And
Okay.
then Butker returned the next game.
Yes, right. Just the dumbest things in the world. And I don't think the Chargers have gotten that much better or that much worse.
No, they still
I-
have If Man.
It's insane that people were picking them to win the division, right? Colin Cowherd did his
As
thing
always.
every year where he picks the Chargers to win the division, and then Rashawn Slater tore his patella tendon.
Yes.
I only remember it because it's the exact same injury that Josh Simmons has,
Yeah,
and that they were like, who knows if he comes back from it? And now it's like, who knows?
yeah, top draft pick, poor kid.
Much older Rashawn Slater, it's like, oh shit, who knows? Like, and so he's done. Joe Alt, I think, is going to move from right tackle to left tackle.
Gonna have to.
So who knows what your right tackle situation looks like? So offensive line a little banged up. They're playing Unk Ball with Lad Mahonky also on the other side.
Yep.
Captain Najee Harris, Amari and Hampton. It's a solid team, but it's a 10 or 11 win team.
10. I would say 10 is the ceiling.
It's probably how a lot of you feel about your fantasy teams today. You're like, it's one of those, you get through it. ESPN gives you a B minus, a C plus. The finals projections in the standings project you to finish 5th out of 12, and you're like, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, congrats.
And you're like, okay.
Nothing fell to you. You didn't make any good picks. You didn't make any bad ones.
Yeah, well, all right, yeah. And that's how I kind of feel about the Chargers. I don't know if they got that much better or that much worse, but
No, it didn't feel like it. They still have Quentin Johnson on their team, and he still can't catch. So
yeah, and he's like wide receiver 3. So, I don't know. Picked up Trey Harris in a couple drafts, so got that going for me.
yeah, I was trying to target him, but
Yep.
I mean, this Chargers team just doesn't scream playoff to me. Like if they get in, it's going to be a wild card.
Yeah, it screams wild card. I mean, it screamed wild card before, but especially now with the banged up left tackle.
I just like it. they're either going to get in at 7 or they're not getting in. Is where I'm at.
I'd give them all the way up to 6th or 5th.
I don't think so, man.
I think there's going to be 3 playoff teams from the AFC West.
Well, I just think that if we all believe that the AFC West improved as a whole, so we're saying that the Raiders aren't going to be that bad again. We're saying the Chiefs got better, and we're saying the Broncos got better, and somehow the Chargers are supposed to come out of that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that the Chargers and the Broncos are going to attrition each other out of 1, competing for the division, and 2 out of the playoffs, to be honest.
I would say, and really the Raiders also being solid enough. The Raiders are like an 8-win team or a 7-win team, and that also hurts Denver's and LA's chances, and probably the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs will probably lose a division game this year.
Yeah. Hey, we don't even see a world where we lose. Like 2 is the max.
Yes.
Chiefs going 4-2, I would be worried for the Chiefs if that happened. But Andy Reid does not lose to divisional opponents. He's done it like 3 times total.
And it's essentially off the Super bye week. The Chiefs are about as healthy as they have been in a while.
In the last 3 years?
I would say. I mean, obviously, we're talking about our 5th or 6th wide receiver is going to be out. And obviously, Rashee Rice is out for the first 6 games. So that does suck. I don't even know. Do we have to do a number on Rashee Rice getting... I guess that news has broken since the last time we recorded.
If you didn't know...
Maybe it broke during the recording?
Last week?
No, it broke the day after we recorded.
If you're
we joke that always that like anytime we do a division preview, it's always like by the time the episode comes out, news is broken that just renders all that useless.
Stuff happens on Tuesdays, it feels like. But yeah, if you're living under a rock, Rashee Rice the NFL was going back and forth, and the NFL said, "Hey, we're going to offer you a 6-game suspension." It was kind of like if you try to argue it, we'll fucking raise it, is what it felt like. And so he just accepted 6 games, which I feel like is the right answer for the Rashee Rice camp. But if you haven't been paying attention to anything, now you know 6 games exactly for Rashee Rice.
I think there's a world where you could have gotten it to 4 games, but I think the not knowing and the having to wait, and it could impact the Buffalo game or some other games here or there where it's like, if you just take 6, we know it's this first 6. We're the most prepared, we're the healthiest we're going to be.
And don't forget that he's still healing too. So
right. And yeah, it gives him a little extra time. Yes. I've got no problem with it, but no. I'm just happy it's over.
Yeah, I don't care anymore. It's whatever. I mean, we don't think the Chiefs are in danger of missing the playoffs because of this.
No.
So
no. I think honestly, first 6 games they're not easy.
No, they've got some tough games in there.
It's Chargers, Eagles, but then you get the Giants. But then you have the Ravens.
Yep.
But it's at home.
Yep.
And that Eagles game's at home.
Yep.
And that Chargers game's a road game for both of you.
Yep.
You're at the Giants, so who cares?
Yeah, no one cares.
You're at the Jags, and the last game he misses is Lions at home, which that sucks too. But then he gets to come back against the Raiders, and then it's the Commanders, and then they go to the Bills. And so he's got time to ramp up.
Well,
I feel good about it.
The Chiefs should probably just forfeit the Bills game because we all know what's going to happen. But, I mean, we just need this suspension to happen. It's so much better that it's happening in the beginning of the season, I think, than the middle.
Right.
Because you want to be able to build on it and building all this momentum, and then just having that cut off mid-season would
be weird.
I think that would be worse.
Yes. But on the bright side, it means that he dropped me in fantasy a little lower.
Yeah.
I did buy a couple stocks of Rashee Rice. I've got 3 or 4, I think, stocks of Rashee Rice.
I have been avoiding Chiefs stock. In one team, I have Kelsey and Worthy, and that is the most that I've had it for a long time.
I might have got a Mahomes Kelsey stack.
I have not. I've been low on quarterback. I've not been drafting quarterbacks.
I've not been drafting Kelsey at all. I drafted him in one league for sure.
He fell to me on one of them, and I was like, well, I don't have a tight end, so.
And I definitely grabbed him in one of our league. I'm pretty sure I grabbed him. I might only have one stock of Travis Kelsey.
Yeah, but I mean, the Chiefs also seem to value Rashee Rice because we kept 8 wide receivers on the roster after cut downs. So,
man,
they seem to think that there's a big Rashee Rice shaped hole.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, hey, I'm all here for it. That we kept the 4 running backs we wanted to keep as Chiefs fans. You know, Kareem Hunt.
I'm not that big on Elijah Mitchell.
Isaiah Pacheco, Elijah Mitchell, and the kid from SMU. What's his name?
Rashard Smith.
Brashard Smith. Yeah. So I mean, no more Carson Steele. No more Gator.
Yeah, that's okay.
But who is it that got claimed off with Asa Poole?
Asa Poole got claimed. Mike Pennell signed with the
Bengals
today.
Jeez.
Which is not. That's the only thing that worries me about. Listen, Mike Pennell. Absolutely nothing bad to say about him.
No, it was a
great glue guy in the locker room. Great contributed to the Super Bowl run, but getting older,
kind of one-dimensional.
Yes,
really only a
great run stopper, but not a great
passing down
pass rusher. Yeah, so I get why the Chiefs moved on, but also it looks like they motivated him, which sucks. That's the only thing that like really kind of scares me is it looks like he's motivated,
right,
and going to obviously a pretty big Chiefs rival. But Chiefs don't play the Bengals in the regular season, so we don't see him in the playoffs.
Yeah, I don't think he's a huge mover, to be honest.
So that's fine. Okay, that being said, let's get into the score prediction. Oh, give me a score prediction.
Give me Chiefs 30, Chargers 21.
Offense starting hot.
Yes. I'm looking for a much bigger offensive explosion this year.
Mm-hmm. And I'm a little more worried about the defense than I have been in years past. I do not think this is a top 10 squad like I felt about it the last couple of years. I don't think it's a bottom 10 squad. I think it's like number 20, number 19. I think there will be times where you go, God damn, defense, get a stop. But I think this team is going to have to run through the offense, and I think it can run through the offense.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just really looking forward to seeing this offense go. I think this is going to be the best offense the Chiefs have had in 3 years for sure.
That being said, give me some weird fireworks. Give me 34-24.
Ooh.
As a Chiefs fan, if you watched last year, you know that you should probably be picking it within one score. But I feel different about this year, and I feel. Listen, the top 10 NFL players is going to finish coming out this week. You are going to see Patrick Mahomes at
8.
I was going to say 8. Yeah, 8, 7. Hopefully, you don't see him at 9, dude. If you see him at 9, he might throw for 6 touchdowns in Brazil.
He's gonna be pissed.
And I think, and
Wait,
I mean,
Kelsey
he's like 96 in Madden or 95 in Madden. Again, things that aren't important, but there's probably people that are ranking 3 to 4 to 5 quarterbacks ahead of him, and that's just, I think.
Like, listen, if you're basing it off of only production last year, then yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, sure.
But like,
sure, put Joe Burrow in your top.
But
3,
like, you can't let Mahomes see it if you're an opposing team.
Yes.
If I'm the Chargers, I'm DDoSing Patrick Mahomes' house so he doesn't have internet. Like,
yes. And his trainers, Bobby Stroop.
Bobby Stroop, yeah.
Yeah. DDoS him.
You need
Mahomes.
Basically you need to DDoS every Chiefs fan and every Chiefs player, because we will send Patrick Mahomes the stuff.
God, as I'm sitting here, I'm just getting more excited about the year. And the Royals are probably just done right now. They
only took 1 of 2 from Detroit. We still got the Mariners games. Those are the only games.
And we're going to break the Royals down later in the episode,
yeah,
so it's not a big deal. But I just, as I sit here, I'm getting excited about it.
I can't wait.
I'm kind of buzzing right
7 p.m. on Friday, dude. What a kickoff. What a time.
I'm going to go straight from work to the bar, to be honest with you. I might turn it up. I don't drink much during,
Sure, want to get like me one of these times?
I might get a little crunk.
Make a little.
I might get a little turn.
Get a little. Hey Shelby, drive us.
Say what?
Hey Shelby, need a ride? Have Shelby drive us to the bar so we can get fucking blitzed. Shelby, not a heavy drinker, not a huge sports fan.
Tina also. Tina. Maybe we ride together. Honestly, pick
hey.
you up on the way. I think we're gonna be at the Tanners 119th. Anybody wants to come hang out? Shout out Mr. P's also. If you're looking for a good game day experience, go to Mr. P's.
Obviously,
we'll
be there. I'll be there a couple of these games for sure.
Yeah, we suffer from we really like the games and don't want to talk to each other much during the games. And our friends reasonably do not. I think they like to go for the social aspect, because you're at a sports bar watching the game.
Yep.
And me and Owen like to go and sit quietly and say a couple things to each other every now and again and read social media while we watch the games.
Yep.
Because that's who we are as people.
Yes, we are
And
sports.
and that's a flaw. That's a character flaw
Sure.
probably for both of us, for some
Sure.
people. But me and Owen have linked up with each other, and that's really what we
It's down to a science, man. We get our beer. We say, let's see what Twitter has to say.
Yes.
We say, fuck, and we high five when we score.
But we are terrible to watch games with.
It's not. Yeah, I wouldn't say we're the best people to watch
And,
with. Please do not try to talk to me about your fucking day when I'm trying to listen to the commentary. Please.
That's not a flaw. It's a fan. Thank you. My father, by the way, saying that. So in case you were wondering where I got it from.
Yeah, I'm trying to hear what Mitch Holtis has to say. I'm trying to hear what Chris Collinsworth is saying this time.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I don't want to talk about anything else during a Chiefs game.
Right. I just don't really want to talk about it. No, I don't. I want to. I want to hear.
I want to maybe check my fantasy team twice. I want to place live bets.
Yes, I want to have the quad box on my phone, so when the commercials are on, I'm looking at.
I
my
still
phone.
haven't gotten my mom to get Red Zone.
Oh, I don't even know if I guess we'll have. Well, Red Zone's now on ESPN, so I don't know how it's gonna work.
I'm trying to get her to get it.
Oh my god, we need to figure that out. Somebody
needs
needs to figure that out before the season starts. You couldn't have brought this up in any of the other
21 hours available today. Nope,
Nope.
not this time.
Call her right now.
All right, so
okay.
I said 30-21. You said 34-23.
34-24, I think.
Yes. Okay.
34-24. Yes. And you said what was it?
30-21.
Yeah. So we both are like.
I think the Chiefs are scoring big.
I think they're just going to go scorched. I think you're going to see a great offense, and I
think the O-line's fixed.
And I think Pacheco looks fresher.
Yeah, which
I don't
is wild.
think Pacheco's a great running back, but I think he could be a 1,000-yard volume guy.
You just need
Pacheco, and you have a great short yardage running back.
I don't think that
Kareem Hunt is a great 2-yard running back.
I don't think that the Chiefs need a great running back in this offense.
No, but they need a guy that can.
You need a guy who can when you open up a hole, goes through it, and that's what Pacheco does.
Yes, you don't need a guy like Kareem Hunt was incredible when he was young, right? And that he could
he always made
he
the
was
first
the
guy
NFL rushing yards leader. I don't know if you'll see. The Chiefs don't need a guy like that for that to work, but
we need Kareem Hunt to get 4 yards a carry when we give him the ball. That's it.
Yes, and Isaiah Pacheco to get 5 or 6 on first down every now and again to make it a little easier.
Right.
We just can't have 3rd and 10 every time, or second and 9 every time. It's like
we need
a couple second and 4s that we.
I think this Chiefs O-line is in the spot where if you don't have wide receiver drops and you don't have random running back fumbles, the offense is going to be great because this is the best O-line we've had in 3 years.
And I think you've got humble wide receivers that do not care about their stats.
And I think it's actually kind of strange to say this, but it's important for the growth of like Xavier Worthy and other rookies on the team to, one, experience the Super Bowl culture that the Chiefs have, and then lose. Because all the top guys on the team are going to be like, hey, we want to win again. This is how you win. You have to do this. And so everyone's going to be 100% bought in.
Oh, it kind of be interesting because the Chiefs drafted George Karlaftis and Trent McDuffie in the same year and then immediately went to the Super Bowl.
Yep.
And won it. And then immediately went to the Super Bowl again and won it. And then they lost their first Super Bowl they have with that draft class.
Yep.
I'm interested to see if they come back hungrier or madder or how they respond to that.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see what Trent McDuffie does, what George Karlaftis does, what a couple of those just younger rookies do.
Especially those guys that are getting re-signed, like Karlaftis, and then McDuffie, who doesn't have a contract yet, who's going to be out for blood.
Very interesting. But, I mean,
storylines.
First-round pick, I assume they just picked up his 5th-year option.
Probably.
And then, you really have 2 years on it, but you will not get another free year out of Trent McDuffie, I will say. So
no, he's going to be the highest paid quarterback.
You're going to need to work out a deal during the season. But it's not a bad time to do it, as the Chiefs are like, I think they've got like 21, 23 mil in cap space, something like that. It's like you might be able to work something out.
Really what's going to help the Chiefs the most is that if Kingsley is good.
Yes.
Because if he's good, then you don't have to pay him for yet another year.
You could probably cut Jalen Moore.
Yeah.
Or trade Jalen Moore.
Or Jawan Taylor. and really free up some space.
Jawan Taylor's getting cut after this year. Yeah,
Yeah.
regardless. Yeah.
So
there's 20 mil.
there's your
And then that's where Jalen Moore goes. Sorry, so that's my bad.
and then there's your Trent McDuffie money.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then Chiefs go, quote, boring O-line draft again next year.
And then you let George Karlaftis walk on the next contract, so then you can sign Josh Simmons to his
But George
deal.
Karlaftis that's 3 more years of George.
Yes, yeah. But yeah, you've already got 3 more years of George, which
Man,
is
the
fine.
Chiefs front office is really nailing these contracts. This is why Brett Veach is employed.
This is why Brett Veach is here. Brett Veach is a fine drafter, but he's a great money guy, and that's why he's here.
And he hits on late round picks every once in a while, which is what you need
And that's
to be good.
That's why he gets all the credit for Pat Mahomes instead of John Dorsey, because John Dorsey, terrible money guy.
Terrible with contracts. Yeah.
Great scout.
Cool.
Yep. All right. NFC South Team of the Week. I'm going to give it, for the people newer to Dahm, that's true. It's, we used to be AFC South Team of the Week.
Yeah.
And then,
The NFC South got worse than the AFC South.
yes, the NFC South is the worst division in football.
Well, we might go back to AFC South Team of the Week. Do you want to audible right now? Because the Saints are going to be terrible,
Yes.
but the Buccaneers are going to be decent, and so are the Falcons. They're going to be decent. But the Colts are.
I feel about the Falcons the way I feel about the Raiders.
I think the Colts are going to be horrible.
Yes.
I think that
The Titans are going to have some growing pains.
they'll have growing pains. It's make or break cinema year for the
Jags
Panthers.
and the Texans. If either the Jags or the Texans blow up,
Yeah.
okay, you know what? All right. Well, audible, AFC South Team of the Week.
How about we could just switch it to the South Team of the Week? It'll have 8 teams
Oh,
available.
there we go. South Team of the Week. Because it's also the 2 divisions that
Have the most cinema.
we have, like, it's hard to, like, find anybody.
Tyler Shuck is quarterback for the fucking Saints.
Yes.
Bryce Young's absolute cinema this year. Cam
I
Ward's
think Spencer Rattler's going to be starting for the Saints, though.
It's insane.
Who knows? South Team of the Week. Give me the New Orleans Saints just because this is my one time I could probably give it to them.
I'm giving it to the Panthers because I've been buying Bryce Young stock.
You have been buying Bryce Young stock. That blows my mind that you kept Bryce Young in a keeper league that I'm in with.
Well, if you saw the rest of my
I know.
players, they weren't really worth keeping.
That's fair.
Might as well lock in a starting quarterback, at pick 14, my 14th pick, I believe it was.
Yeah, I guess.
So that's around where you would have been going anyway. Yeah, I mean it's.
Oh, I feel a little weird.
I mean
right
it's
now.
definitely a small bit of a reach, but
Yeah.
I felt like I should. In a keeper league, I feel like you should use all your keepers if you can find a spot to do so.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, but yeah, I'm going with the Panthers.
All right. Closest Scorigami of the week. Obviously, no
None.
Scorigamis yet, but the reason I kept it in there is because I did want to show you the Scorigami
Ooh.
chart. Here is what our Scorigamis look like as the season starts. There you go. Just wanted to show you. Just for anybody who is curious about how Scorigami works, is that it is scores that have never happened before is what we're looking for.
Yep.
So not many ties left on the board. So as you can see, obviously the winning team is on your x-axis and your losing team score is on the y-axis. So there's that black area, and that's because obviously the winning team can't have less points than the losing team.
Obviously.
So, but if you see, there's a couple ties that are still available there. Never had a 2-2 tie, which honestly blows my mind that in the
because
40s.
all of those games in the 40s that were ended like 10-5 and other weird scores.
Never had an 8-8 tie, which makes sense, but is a little confusing. Never had a 9-9 tie.
There's a lot of
No 9-9 tie.
There's a lot of scores to 4 that I'm a little bit surprised that didn't get knocked out in like the 40s, like you said.
Basically none.
Yeah, that is shocking.
4 is hard. I mean, 4 is only 2 safeties.
Right, but it's weird that they didn't do it in the 40s when there were good teams like that. That would just do stuff on defense all the time.
There's actually only, if you even look at the 4 row, there's only one Scorigami that's been knocked out for 4.
I know. Well, 2.
I'm only seeing the 1.
I think it's a 4-4 tie, right?
Oh, you're right. No, that's a 3-3 tie.
Oh, it's 3.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
10-4.
4.
Yeah, sorry. You might be able to look at that.
Oh, that
that's
makes it a lot
better thing
easier.
for you. Yeah, that's why I'm looking at. Sorry.
Still waiting on, what is that, 46-0?
Right there in the center. Yes, that is 46-0 and 50-0. Never had a 50-0.
No 7-4.
Obviously, the higher scoring, there's a lot more. The more points that are scored, the more Scorigami's open. And I wonder if this is the year, man, because the NFL has just been so solved by cover two lately.
Right.
And if you actually, Brett Coleman just released a video on it and how it's actually kind of really cover three that they're really rocking to. That I wonder if you're going to see the year that maybe offenses start to figure it out a little bit.
Maybe we get a 15-15.
No. That you start to see
like
the
50.
return of a couple 40s, a couple high 30s, a couple.
Ooh.
Like maybe these offenses have kind of.
We really cooked on Scorigami's last year. A lot of these scores that's left on this chart are really difficult to get.
We did get through a lot of them. So we'll see. But we'll be closely monitoring. We'll give you guys Scorigami updates through the season as it goes. If a Scorigami happens, you bet your bottom dollar you'll see it here on Dahm That's True.
Absolutely.
Dahm That's Not True pick of the week. Obviously, we haven't run into it yet, but I'm going to pick a team that I think is going to come out bad. Or you know what? I'm actually going to pick a team that I think it's the same game. Give me the Dahm That's Not True pick of the week is going to be the Bengals-Browns game. I think there's a high chance you see the Browns, you see Joe Flacco, for whatever reason, dice up a Bengals offense or Bengals defense, and you see the Browns win 28 or 31-24 or something stupid against the Bengals.
Yeah, I have a similar pick. It's Cardinals Saints. I think the Saints are going to score a touchdown on their first possession and then nothing for the rest of the game.
Oh, I love that. I do love that. I love that idea. That
they get one score and everyone's like, oh, maybe they're not so bad. And then they show how bad they are.
Yeah, give me the Browns coming out just a little bit hot and the Bengals coming out a little bit slow.
And give me
Stop me if you've heard this one before.
Yeah, and give me the same exact thing, but just against the Saints, who I think are just going to be horrible this year. If you've watched the previous, division lead-up episodes, you'll see that I have picked the Saints at 0 wins.
People saw that Bengals O-line in the preseason, dude.
Oh, they're horrible. They're still bad.
I worry about Joe Burrow, man.
I worry about their defense, too. Like, literally, Trey Hendrickson moves them from a 32nd ranked defense to like a 25th.
Oh, he's back. He signed.
Yeah, I know. But he's only moving them those 7 spots.
I don't even know if he's moving them those 7 spots.
Yeah, maybe 4 spots. They're horrible.
I did see, you know what? I know Logan listens. I did see Shamar Stewart got a tackle in the preseason. So maybe.
Absolute cinema.
Listen, if Shamar Stewart ends up with like 20 or 30 tackles this year, maybe not a bust, Not a bust, not the biggest bust in draft history like I thought he was going to be, so.
I still think it's reach. But, yeah. Okay,
still a reach,
so Truman's Dahm That's Not True pick of the week is the Bengals. Mine is the Saints.
Or, give me the Browns instead. I think the Browns are going to be worse.
What, you think the Browns are losing the game?
No, I think the Browns are going to win. Okay, so the Bengals.
Yeah, Your not true pick of the week is the Browns-Bengals game in which people think the Bengals are going to win.
But people might also convince themselves that the Browns might actually be good. And that's not true either.
Yes, there you go.
So, Dahm, that's not true pick of the week.
Oh, wait, hold on. I'm totally doing this wrong. It's supposed to be subverting expectations.
Either way. Yeah, just either way.
Oh, no, they can't be Saints because the Saints are going to be as bad as I think they're going to be.
Oh. Thank God we recorded at the right time. The NFL Top 100 list has dropped. Owen, where is Patrick Mahomes?
Me personally, I want him to be at 8 so he gets really pissed, but I think he's at 6.
He's at 5.
Okay, so he's not
going to Can you name the 4 players ahead of him?
Yes, one of them is going to be Josh Allen.
Yes.
One of them.
Josh Allen is number 3.
One of them is going to be Lamar Jackson.
He is number 2.
Who's number 1 is going to be Saquon Barkley.
That is true, yes.
And so that means number 4 is...
Number 4 is one that you are not going... It might be tough to think of, but he is the best at his position for sure.
Is it Surtain?
Pat Surtain, number 10.
Ooh. Number 4? Best at his position.
Yes.
Is he a Chief?
He is not.
Okay, so it's not Chris Jones.
I think Chris Jones was like number 11.
Is it Micah Parsons?
It is not Mike Parsons, not even in the top 10. Number 10, Patrick Surtain the second.
Is it number 4, Jamar Chase?
It is Jamar Chase.
Okay.
Yes, Jamar Chase is number 4. Joe Burrow at number 6. Derrick Henry at number 7. Myles Garrett at number 8. Justin Jefferson at number 9.
2 quarterbacks in front of Patrick Mahomes is going to give him plenty of ammo. But
yeah, but I wish he would have come in at 8, and I wish Joe Burrow would have been ahead of him.
That would have been nice. So I am a little bit disappointed with that as a Chiefs fan because I would have wanted him to be picked lower so he'd be angrier. But 5 is an appropriate judging off of last season's performance.
And Saquon being number 1. Yeah, it's not like there's another quarterback at number 1. Happy for Saquon, honestly.
No, he was a beast last year. He deserves
insane year. But like Tyreek Hill was number 1 last year, and I think he was like ranked like 70th or something stupid this year. Another one that I think Chase from Steamroller in the chat had it maybe before you even.
But here's my Dahm that's not true pick of the week, real quick.
Yes.
It's going to be Cowboys-Eagles. I think the Cowboys win this game, and then the people go, oh my gosh, the Cowboys are actually good. Nope. And then the people go, oh, the Eagles are terrible, and they're still really good.
Yeah. Interesting.
That's my pick of the week. I bet you people over-exaggerate the result of that game.
Yes. No matter what happens, people will over-exaggerate the result.
That's why it's my Dahm that shot 2 pick of the week.
Okay, all right, that's fair.
And what were you saying about the Bengals? Or about Jamar Chase or Tyreek Hill? Or the list?
The Tyreek Hill got dropped way far. And I think you're probably going to get pretty good fantasy value right now for Tyreek Hill just because he's like going bottom 2nd round, top 3rd round.
Yeah.
That might be one of those that you look back and you go, he still fucking runs a 4.3 in game, and he still doesn't matter. He's still the most dynamic wide receiver that we've maybe ever seen.
That's so weird to think about because, like I said, we were talking during the draft, our second draft today, and my brother ran a 4.7 in high school, which is really fast. But it seems like to someone who doesn't know sports, right? You said Tyreek Hill runs like a 4.3.
Yeah.
And so you'd say 4.3 to 4.7, like someone
he might run a legit 4.2 or something,
right.
Right.
And someone who doesn't know sports are like, oh, that's pretty close, but it's like it's not close.
No, I remember because you would like time your own 40s whenever you were doing your combine stuff, like in the preseason in high school. And we had guys that clocked like 4.35, 4.36.
And you're like,
on the hand stopwatch. And I remember we had a coach that's just like, these guys do not run 4.3s. He's like, when you see a 4.3 on the field, you will know. He's like, there's nothing like it. You're
like, holy fuck.
It's the same thing with like Drew Lock. Drew Lock in high school, I remember we played him, and we played him close, but there was a throw or two where you go, oh, that's like an NFL quarterback, or you're like, he's a fringe backup,
right.
almost second, sometimes third string quarterback, but he would just unleash a throw, just be frozen rope, 50 yards on the dot. And you're like, oh, okay, that guy is going to go start at Mizzou probably,
Right, like he's going to whatever college he would like to go to.
Right, and that guy was a 2nd-round draft pick or whatever.
I always think about that. It's like, I was talking to DJ Johnson, former K-State center, who was like more of an undersized guy, but he was like, a very, very good Big 12 player. And he's like, yeah, man, I'm G League for the Pacers. And I'm like, yeah, but DJ, like, that means there's only like 40 people in the world that are better than you at center, like right now. And they're all starting, for their team. He's like, I never really thought about it that way.
Yeah, you're still in the top 0.01% of basketball players that ever existed.
But you're just, those guys that are above you are just that crazy.
Right. Anybody in moderately close to the NFL, anybody who's even in like made it to final cuts this year and ended up getting cut. If you saw them play in high school, you would never forget.
They're so huge.
You would remember it forever.
Yeah.
Yes.
You would know.
And
you always know.
That's like the difference. Like you're like, my brother was quick. He ran a 4.7. That's fine. Yeah, he's a great athlete.
Yeah,
he is not.
It's not close to the top.
Yeah. So, and that's with Tyreek Hill. It's like there's a chance that we all just go, I think Tyreek Hill. He struggled a little bit. He's got his weird contract thing. He's being a bit of a diva. But Tyreek Hill can snap off a 60-yard touchdown at the drop of a hat if you ask him to.
Right.
And if he just decides to do that, I think that's the weird thing about Tyreek Hill is that so much of it feels like mental at times where it's like he could just snap and be like, oh, I'm going to be the best wide receiver in the league again. And he goes, oh, okay. And then you're
Right.
like, oh, shit, that's right.
And we will be here for it.
That's right. So,
What's next?
all season long. Let's talk Royals real quick.
Ooh,
3 games back, 25 games to go.
with 3 games against the Mariners, most importantly of all.
Do we really?
Yes.
I didn't know.
We have a 3-game series against the Mariners. That is the season.
When is that coming up? We did get leapfrogged. I don't know if you saw that. We're no longer the second. We're no longer the first team out of the
Right, we're
wild
now
cards.
second.
Yes, 3 games back to the Mariners. Season will be decided when we play the Mariners. Oh man. Next week.
Yep.
No, sorry. 2 weeks from today.
Yeah, that'll be the season.
Or 2 weeks from tomorrow, I guess.
If we maintain an around 500 or slightly above 500, we'll give ourselves a chance. Mm-hmm. The Mariners game those games are the season.
Tyreek Hill had more children than touchdowns last year.
That's true.
That is fair. Yep. Yeah, sorry. Royals 3 games back, 25 games ago. Here, Owen, I'll tell you if they'll make the playoffs. That's how I felt about the Chiefs or the Royals all year. Call it heads or tails.
That's tails.
It's heads. They're not making the playoffs. Sorry.
Sorry, guys.
I mean, listen, we told you this in May, in June. This Royals team is going to be a coin flip every year, or the whole year, where it's like, oh, are they going to make the playoffs? Are they going to be above 500? I don't know. Who knows? This time it did happen. That's how coin flips happens. One heads, one tails.
Well,
That's perfect.
it feels like their whole DNA is built around their pitching.
Yes.
And then these pitchers just randomly have a stinker.
I will say that for the first time in a long time, it feels like they have built a good core where it doesn't necessarily feel like because they're close to the playoffs that they have to capture lightning. Like last year, you were like, we have to go to the playoffs or we may never get to do it again.
Right.
But it's like Vinny has kind of he's
Settled
sustained,
into his.
Yeah. Michael Garcia
Is very good.
was good again. Hopefully they get him done to a deal. Bobby Wood Jr. is still an all-world player.
Yep.
And so you start to look at it like, okay, well, what does it look like when Jack's back up here? It's like, does Jack play well? Because even if the Royals didn't make the playoffs, but Jack Caglione hits 5 home runs in September and he finishes above 200 average, you'll go, oh my God, I feel really great about the Royals next year or whatever. You know, it's like
this isn't a how we think about like the Bills scenario where we feel like their window is closing, their window's opening. So we just need to focus on what's building for future years and just keep it going.
Okay, fair enough.
Ta-da! So yeah.
Sorry.
Truman was tossing his phone to his lovely fiance.
Oh yes, and my mic was turned off. So, but yeah,
I mean, yeah, the pitching's young outside of Seth Lugo. So you feel like you have upside?
They got younger. They traded away Freddie Fermin, and I think they got, they lost a dog, of course, but they got was it Bergert and
what's the other guy's name?
fuck. I know. Listen, we'll learn the names as we go. But they are getting slightly younger with pitchers, and as your good pitchers were random kind of diamonds in the rough that you turned into good pitchers, I think you feel good that maybe they could do that again.
Right.
And
it's just really that this window's wide open because the teams at the top of
the window is feeling more open than it has.
Yes,
in a
the
while.
teams at the top of the AL are strong right now. So there's not an urgency. There's not an urgency to win now.
Yes.
But like you feel that you need to be competing these next couple years.
You forget how bad Cole Reagans has been this year. You forget how weird of a year Cole Reagans has had. I didn't know Lorenzen was old. I thought Lorenzen was younger.
Yeah.
But Waka obviously old. Lugo old.
Right.
You're gonna have to find that next. The reason the Royals were able to compete in this window has been because of those older pitchers, and then you need to find that next run of pitchers that's going to open the window.
But they're not as nearly as far away as they've been in years past. They should be competing for the playoffs for the next 3 years.
Yeah, you're not as far away as you felt in 2021.
No.
So
it's still progress. I don't feel like this season is a failure if they don't make the playoffs because they had a lot of injuries.
Right.
But also the AL has some really good teams, so I don't think you're competing really for a World Series anyway. This team's not ready for that.
they're a small market team. Listen, they're gonna have to capture lightning in a bottle whenever they can. I don't think we feel like it's this year.
No.
But I think there's a chance for lightning in the bottle next year or the year after that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It feels a lot like 2012 or 2013 kind of felt where you're like, I think it's starting to kind of bubble up a little right now. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, last year felt like you have to make the playoffs. It's super important for the organization to make the playoffs.
And it
was huge that we won a series.
Yeah.
Even better.
New
But this
owner
year,
who invested money and you're like, okay, we need to reward that.
This year doesn't feel as urgent.
Yes. Especially because they still haven't got a stadium deal done. So
yeah,
maybe it is urgent so they can get a stadium deal done.
We'll see. They've got like a 15% chance, I think, the last metric.
Yeah, get ready for the whole offseason of that, figuring out where the hell the Royals are going to play. So good luck with that. Okay. Which brings us to this. Top 5. First top 5 of the year.
Oh, are we going to do hot takes?
Hot takes. Okay. So to let everybody in on this. Oh, actually, you know what we need to do? The 0-5 team parlay. So we're going to go back and do that. A hot takes this year will be a separate show.
Ooh.
Talk about this. We're going to do it's going to be like a half hour or 45-minute out, however many hot takes we get. That way we don't always feel the pressure or whatever, but it's like we can give you guys a little more content stretched throughout the week. So it's like you'll get Dahm That's True on Wednesday, and either Thursday or Friday, depending on what we're feeling, Thursday or Friday will be the hot takes episode. So that way you get a little more Dahm That's True throughout the week, a couple more opportunities to listen, and if you're looking for certain things. It's just we were feeling like at times we'd get, we were very thankful for it, but we'd get these hot takes where we're talking about hot takes for 45 minutes of the episode, where it's like, okay, we did 45 minutes of Dahm That's True, and then we did 45 minutes of hot takes. And it's like, why don't we get you closer to the hour 15 that we'd like to be at Dahm That's True, and give you another 30 to 45 minutes of content from the hot takes, and then it's easy for you guys to go find yourself and just give you a little more content. So we'll do that. But first, Owen.
Yes.
And I'll add it back in just so, listen, it's the first episode of the season, so I'm a little, the PowerPoint isn't as up to scale as I was hoping, But we need Owen's 5-team parlay of the week. I'm ready for it.
All right. We're going to be picking
Week.
4 favorites and an underdog for this week's 5-team parlay. Going to turn you $5 into $100 with this free low.
Whoa.
Okay. So we're going.
Hold on.
Bang.
Okay.
So we're going Chiefs.
Oh, I don't have my phone. I was going to add it up on my phone, but I can't.
We're going Chiefs.
Good. Love it.
Chiefs over Chargers.
Love a parlay that can be dead before Sunday.
That's right.
We love that here.
Then we're going Buccaneers.
Okay.
In the same time slot, we're buying Bryce Young stock. We're going Panthers.
Over who?
The Jags. Got him at plus money, by the way.
Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Yeah. Sounds good. I got heads, so yeah.
Then
plus money on a coin flip.
Then in the 305 time slot, we're going Niners over Seahawks. We're selling Seahawks stock.
I know you are. Okay.
I'm selling. And then finally, in the 325, we're going the Packers to beat the Lions after the acquisition of Micah Parsons.
Whoa. A sack to close it out in the afternoon window would be electric.
Yes, that would be fucking sick. We'd be very happy. So,
okay.
That is Chiefs at minus 175, Buccaneers minus 140, Panthers plus 155, Niners minus 135, and Packers minus 140, totaling plus 1949 for the inaugural 5-team parlay.
The what was that?
Plus 1949.
For the what? Say it again.
Owen's inaugural 5-team inaugural 5-team parlay.
You were saying inaugurable, and I was like, what?
Inaugural. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Whoops.
All right. You were adding the B, and I was
nice
like, what's happening there?
And there was a 20% parlay boost token that I didn't apply because I'm a bad person. Fuck.
You just got through it? You already placed it?
Yep, just placed it.
All right.
20%, $125 off 5 would have been nice.
Gotcha. Fair enough. Okay.
But here, funnily enough, my Seahawks under 6.5 bet is already offering a positive cash out before the season has even started.
Damn. That's crazy.
Already offering me $5.29 to cash out my $5 bet.
Okay.
Might just rip it.
Profit.
Profit.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
which then brings us to our top 5. which, because it is the fantasy football kind of
Kickoff.
yeah, it's kind of Christmas. The draft, fantasy football drafts are kind of Christmas for fantasy football people. It's the most fun part of fantasy football. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
Because the playoffs can be bullshit. So much bullshit can happen during and it keeps you engaged. It's so great. I love fantasy football. But if I had to be completely honest with myself, nothing is as fun as drafting.
No.
And I love that. So it's kind of like my Christmas. Labor Day ends up being a Christmas in the summer for me.
Yeah.
Because I've done, now I'm in, how many leagues are you in? Did you count?
I think I'm in 6 or 7 this year.
Yeah, and I'm in 9. So we have a combined 15 leagues here on Dahm.
And that's 4 less than last year because I was in 2 more leagues last year.
I dropped one this year too. But me and Owen are working on something.
We're cooking.
We're cooking up a little special league that we're going to run out next year. So stay tuned. We'll let you know. Ask us, if you love fantasy football, ask us about joining. So, okay. But we have played on a lot of platforms. Mm-hmm. And they all have their different quirks, their different features, their different specialties. And I think there's at least 5. And so, Owen, I'm here to ask you top 5 fantasy football platforms.
So I've only used 4.
Okay. Which one have you not? Have you never used NFL.com?
No, I have not.
Okay.
So I put in my number 5 slot, I put manual fantasy football because I've never played it.
I have ran almost shameful to say, I ran a UFL fantasy league.
Yeah, how did that go?
On a spreadsheet.
How did that go?
Fine. It was annoying to find stats. I made everybody do their own stats.
That's funny.
So
at number 4, I've got Yahoo. I think that they pioneered the showing your matchup feature, where like it would be green if it was like a bad defense against that position.
Yeah.
And then everyone else is like, oh, that's a good idea, and now everybody does it. So Yahoo is no longer good because they're swapping in and out of the players. Sucks. They'll let you draft more positions than you're allowed in a league, which is horrible. So you can exit the draft and then have to drop players because
yeah,
it's just bad.
They will not make you pick your like
you could draft every single position be a running back because Yahoo will allow you to do that. It's bad. Yeah. So that's why I said number 4. Number 3 is CBS. I think it's the worst of the remaining 3, but they do have an automated like fantasy week wrap up. That's fun.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah, hold on. My mom's getting a.
Oh, is your mom giving you the YouTube TV login?
Yeah, it's giving me a security alert for her email. So, well, that's fun.
Good.
I'll have to call her after the podcast.
Okay.
Yeah. So number 3 CBS. Number 2 Sleeper. I still think that the subbing players in and out of bench spots is kind of annoying. The mock draft is great. You can kind of plan your draft around where your position's at. They make the keepers pretty easy as well to handle if you want to do a keeper or dynasty league. And it's really good for really good fantasy players. Like if you're top level fantasy, it has the micro stuff that you like. And for example, when you're drafting, it has a button that shows only rookies, which is really good for people who are experienced in fantasy and know that RB4 does not matter and that you just want to, toss out some flyers on your bench. Right. And number 1 is the GOAT, ESPN. All around the best. Subbing in and out's good. Trades are good. It's got stolen all of the stuff from the other apps that even made them close to competing. So they made you can look at them. You're drafting a board like Sleeper pioneered. They brought out the red and green and orange for comparing your position against, the opposing team's defense. And so basically they're just by far the best, and it's the simplest and best solution. So number 5, manually. Please don't do that. Number 4, Yahoo. Number 3, CBS. Number 2, Sleeper. Number 1, ESPN.
Fair enough. Okay. I'll go next. I can also only think of 5. And I know there's probably people screaming, you're screaming about the whatever you want to scream about the mystical 6 fantasy league. I guess I'm not counting like Underdog in here or daily fantasy stuff. That's not real. So
yeah, no.
I'd like to clarify that. Okay. Number 5. NFL. NFL.com. I think technically has now folded. I don't even know if it technically exists because I think their fantasy stuff is getting folded into ESPN's fantasy stuff. So
Yes.
NFL, number 5, it was fine, but it was definitely the worst of all of them, and now it's gone. Number 4, CBS. This is where I put CBS. I dislike CBS. I think it's not as user-friendly as Yahoo.
The draft in CBS kind of sucks.
The one CBS league I was in, or maybe I was in 2. Either way, I think I was in 2, and we drafted in person all the time. So,
One last thing about CBS, I forgot about this. If you're in a league for more than a couple years, and the owners of the team say the same, like you have the same people in it,
yes,
CBS will tell you your all-time win percentage against that person.
that is cool.
Which
and
is
Yahoo
cool.
does that too. Yahoo,
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yahoo gives you like a ranking where you're like a bronze level or you're a silver level fantasy football player and all this.
Yeah,
kind of stuff,
I know
which is kinda
that.
fun.
That's true.
I don't know what the hell is going on upstairs. I don't know what Tina is listening to, but there's
That's
like,
wild.
there's
It's like a train screaming.
That was crazy. It sounded like people melting on a train and screaming in pain. I don't know how to.
Yeah,
that's what it sounded like. You know what? It kind of sounded like COD Zombies.
It did.
It sounded like a crawler was somewhere on the map. So and I know she's not playing COD Zombies up there. Number 4, CBS. Number 3, Yahoo. Again, Yahoo's got a lot of fun features. You know what I like about Yahoo a lot? Yahoo has been able to integrate with iPhone, where if you like look at your fantasy matchup on the day of, when you lock your phone, you can set it where it stays on your lock screen.
What?
So you can just go boom.
That's nice.
And it shows like score, projection, live projection, and original projection.
That's nice.
Yahoo's doing a lot of cool things. I just get very frustrated with Yahoo, the way it's I don't love the way that they separate out the defense and the kicker. So sometimes it's like you don't notice that your kicker's on bye week because it's like
way at the bottom. Like there's an ad in the middle of your fucking team.
Right. It's something, and I know CBS, I'm pretty sure, did the same thing where I'm like, well, just keep that all in the same shit. And so it would just be a little weird. So Yahoo's my number 3. And honestly, I would almost move Yahoo in front of Sleeper, but I like Sleeper. Sleeper's my number 2. Sleeper's a little more stripped down. It's better for very serious fantasy players, I guess.
Yeah.
I think that's what I've been told. We'll have to look at, how it works out. But I think it's a little more customizable. It's a little easier to trade picks and things like that. But also, they've almost stripped it down too much where sometimes it doesn't give you enough information, and it's like kind of annoying to have the way to set your lineup, and it's not very flashy. And I kind of wish it was a little more flashy at times.
Yeah.
Where it's a little more obvious what's going on, but it's good. I like Sleeper. And the reason Sleeper I don't think could ever move into number 1 is, one, they don't really have a desktop app.
Yeah.
And when you have 15 fantasy leagues combined on this podcast, it is a little easier to run it on desktop.
Yep.
Where you can just go cool click, cool click, cool click. Wait, I have to. Who are they playing this week? Okay, hold on. Wait, where is it at? Okay, what time?
And ESPN makes it so easy to swap in between your leagues.
Yes. Oh yeah. And it's not easy to switch between things on Sleeper. Thank God I've only got one league because it'd be a lot more annoying to switch between the leagues on Sleeper. Number 1, ESPN. I agree, it's the GOAT. It's stolen a lot of things, but in my opinion, works the best. It's great for all levels of people who want to play.
It helps new players.
And like when people gripe about ESPN, I don't even really understand what their gripe is.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
I don't know what it is.
I've heard people gripe, but I
don't know what it could possibly be.
So, also, this is your reminder that if you're listening to this on Wednesday morning, that if you're drafting on Wednesday night, make sure you discuss how you're scoring Travis Hunter's points.
Yes.
I tried to tell everybody that because we had the thing where we drafted on Wednesday night, and then after the draft, you go, hey, how are we scoring Travis Hunter's defense stuff? And I was like, we're all like, dude, you can't ask that after you drafted him. But I told the guy who runs my work league, I came into work and I was like, hey, while you're sitting here, you need to think about how we're going to score Travis Hunter's points. And he goes, oh shit. Okay. And then, Travis Hunter, and then Yahoo actually doesn't even let you do any of that. So there you go. But all right. That's it. Fantasy football platforms.
Bang.
Right? That's it.
Yeah.
Feel good about it. You got any pop culture stuff you want to talk about?
No. I had a conversation with my dad at the K-State game that was pretty funny. We were talking about how people will say sometimes that rugby hits are harder than football hits.
Not true.
And yeah, exactly. But we were talking about it, And the people who say that have not played both sports.
No.
Because football pads make you feel safer, so you hit way harder.
Yes.
And the people who hit way too hard in rugby play like 2 seasons of rugby.
Right.
And then they break their jaw, they break their collarbone, they break their shoulder, and then they're done playing contact sports.
That's what I tell people a lot is that the football has a lot of CTE, obviously, and like torn ACLs and torn Achilles because you can be so explosive and all these things happen. And concussions, a lot more concussions. But
Because you're not going to lead with your bare head at somebody.
right. But rugby has a lot of broken teeth and broken collarbones and dislocated shoulders
And jaws.
and broken legs or whatever. Like
yeah.
because it's just so physical. And so
Right. That's my pop culture minute, is that football hits are significantly harder.
way harder.
And I also saw a clip of a high schooler getting fucking decked. So it was a corner, right, where his hips were outside of the field, and the throw, and he was like starting to get in the way of a running back, and the running back cut across, and the corner switched his hips to inside, and this tight end that was probably 6'4", 220 came and knocked him into next week. And this was high school, so this kid's probably the kid that got hit looked like he was like a sophomore.
Yeah.
Looked like he was like 5'7", like 130 pounds, legs fully in the air, helmet directly in the ground. I'm like, yeah, my kids are not playing football.
It is a question that all football fans have to ask themselves, especially nowadays when you know all the research, you know all the things. I don't know. I don't know if I certainly wouldn't push my kids towards football,
If my kid's huge, okay, maybe.
but even being huge is just they have to have a different way about them, you know.
You can't get caught in the wrong place at the wrong time.
The thing is, man, I really like playing golf now too, and like, but also the thing is that if you love a sport, there's a high likelihood that your kids will love that sport also. Like
Right.
I was talking, like my coworker, like he was a big baseball player, big soccer player, and he like tried to push his son towards like maybe you want to try playing football and all this stuff. And, like maybe he did for a little bit, or like basketball, and he's like, and the kid's like, nah, it's all right, but he's like, loves soccer, loves baseball.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, dude, because you loved soccer and you loved baseball. What do? I play football and I bowl.
You're telling me my kid's going to be a 7-sport athlete?
Right. I picked up swimming and water polo. I did that. I picked up that from my friends. Like you'll play sports because other things happen, but like the sports you love, well, probably is shaped at home, you know?
Yeah.
And like I love football because, I played football. My dad played football, all this stuff. I bowl. And not many people bowl, you know?
No, that's true.
That's a weird thing. I assume, what did your dad play growing up?
Football.
Football?
Yeah.
Okay, but
Football and track.
But you went soccer.
Yeah, because I was...
zigged.
yeah, well, I went soccer because they got me in it early. Because I was playing soccer when I was 3.
Sure, you're the right size for it, too.
Exactly.
That more people are getting into soccer because it is easier to play soccer early.
Well, and because
Like-
my parents, did not let me... They, did not let me play tackle football, Pee-wee. I did not play, first grade through 6th grade. And I did flag football in 4th and 5th grade. And then they let me play tackle for 1 year. And went against this Missouri team called De La Salle when all the kids were fucking huge. And my parents were like, yeah, you're not playing any more tackle football.
I played flag football from kindergarten until 7th grade. And then I played tackle football in 7th grade, broke my arm immediately, and then I played tackle football, obviously, for middle school and high school. So, but it was one of those, I was very good at, I was good at football, and so it was like, it also makes it more likely that you're going to also want to play sports that you're really good at. So,
Yeah.
So it helps to have a good coach. I had a great flag football coach. I was
kind of dog shit at soccer, though.
But you didn't get murdered.
I did not
in tackle
die.
football, so that's how you end up loving
I
soccer.
did get trucked a couple times, but...
In soccer?
No, in football, when I play football.
Yeah, right.
But I made the tackle, though, so it's okay. I never got trucked without making a play.
Okay.
I never got blocked in the next week. I was playing safety, of course.
I never really got lit up, I will say. I lit up a couple kids. I blindsided a couple kids. Biggest thing I think that happened, I got hit and fell out of bounds one time. It looked very cool, but like there's cool pictures of it. I fell and I had the bruise because I fell on the chain
Oh,
from the first down chain.
yeah.
My dad wasn't very tough on me or anything, but the joke when he got home, he's like, you know what that means? And I was like, what does that mean? He's like, you didn't get the first down. He's like, if you fell on the chain, it means you didn't get the first down.
That's pretty funny.
So
I think the biggest hit actually I ever took was while I was playing JV soccer, and we went against a team called Lansing, and they're too small to have all men on their team, so
yeah?
they had women.
Okay.
And this girl was like 40 pounds heavier than me,
Oh.
and she fucking and this is freshman year, so I was like 115 pounds. And I got trucked by this girl, and so I had to eat that one. I got made fun of a lot for that, but she was huge, dude. She was huge.
Blindside hits are equal opportunity employers.
Yeah, dude, she was big. She was big. Yeah, she was taller than me and heavier than me. Yeah, this was in soccer too, so she got like a yellow card for it. Bro, it was bad. It was bad.
Man,
it was funny though. It was a good thing to laugh on because they got a picture of the contact of me getting hit by this girl for like the banquet.
Man.
It was funny. It was funny. We had a good laugh about it.
Dang. All right.
Well, my coach was like, Owen, if you only would have said yes to her asking you to homecoming, this wouldn't have happened.
That's funny. Now that's funny. All right.
Yeah, I won't forget that. Coach Job.
That does it. That's the whole episode. That's the whole show.
Woo!
Man, it feels good to be back just talking.
It does.
Be back in the normal. Listen,
It's going to feel even better next week.
I love doing the division previews. We get, I would say, more views during the division previews.
Yeah.
I think it's more compelling content. It brings a lot of NFL fans, but man.
Let me just talk Chiefs for an hour, you know?
We've done this show for 6 years because we love doing the format of the show and talking like what we want to talk about. So
yeah.
And now that the NFL is back.
The wait is finally over. Well, see, it helps me even more that for the international break for soccer is happening right now.
Yeah.
So I get my soccer leading up to Chiefs. This weekend is only Chiefs. There's no soccer.
I know.
So it's even more hype.
Dude, in that week, you get the preseason football. That's just, that is the teasiest taste of.
And then you off for 9 days.
And then, you're like, man, this is barely even football. And then you go the 9 days and you're like, fuck, I wish I at least had fucking preseason or something.
Yeah.
And listen, college football is good. But if you grow up in it, we say this a lot. We have a lot of friends from college where K-State is their first team and the Chiefs or whatever NFL team they cheer for is their second team. I firmly believe that we are in the camp that the Chiefs are our first team.
Yes.
And K-State is our second team where there's just nothing like NFL football. And there's nothing like it being back and being ready to go.
If you ask 2018 Owen, would he take a K-State Natty or a Chiefs Super Bowl? Well, that's not a good example. But if you could take a K-State Big 12 championship for 2017 Truman or a Super Bowl for 2017 Truman, you'd say Super Bowl immediately.
In 2017?
Yeah.
When I was in college.
I still don't think so.
When you're in college, I think you would trade a lot of things for a national title.
Well, a national title's different, though. It's much harder.
Yes, that's true. But for a Big 12 title, I'd take a Super Bowl title over. I'd take a Super Bowl appearance over.
It's hard to compare because, you'd say that a national championship's the comparison, but
yeah,
K-State's on the fringe of that being possible. We're not a big enough school.
Well, that's a national title is legitimately 10 teams can win a national title pretty much every year.
Yeah.
And it's like there's 130 other teams and 45 of them won't ever get close in the next 30 years.
Yeah.
And really the other 50 or another 50 will get kind of close and will have a year that they'll talk about every now and again. And the Cats are kind of in that.
Yeah.
But the Cats are kind of on the brink of that team where it's like they had a couple ones where you're like, man, if a couple things broke right, we could have gone or whatever. But luckily you'll have a lot less teams like dreaming about what could have happened with the playoff because you're going to have 15, 16, or you're going to have 12 teams getting in now.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that, especially with the SEC dropping the games they dropped this opening weekend.
Right. So there won't be as many what ifs for a lot of those teams anymore, but still the Cats are we're not in that echelon where we can win a national title still.
No.
So. But we do have a couple hot takes about the K-State, about Kansas, about college football that we are going to cover on our hot takes episode.
Tune in.
And so tune in for that. That'll come out, I believe, on Friday for Spotify and YouTube. And I think we're actually going to talk about releasing that earlier on Patreon.
Ooh.
But listen, you're still going to get it. We are not going to paywall any content.
Nope.
Ever. So, but what we will do
don't
is...
Don't say ever.
Yeah, I guess
when
don't
we
say ever.
when we get big as the Pat McAfee show, we might.
Yeah, right. Listen, it might be one of those things where I might do like fantasy guides in the future or something where it's like, hey, pay us $1 a month and I'll tell you what to do for fantasy or whatever, you know. But as it goes, it's like we will probably release the show like on like Tuesday or Wednesday on Patreon for the hot takes, but then the hot takes will just come out on Friday for paid subscribers or whatever, or for normal YouTube subscribers, Spotify people. But Wednesday will be the full Dahm That's True no matter what. And then Friday, hot takes episode. Be watching for that. We've got a couple things that we're going to cover. Every week we'll still ask, and we'll do the year-long, just like we did last year, we did the year-long hot takes episode, or a hot takes tier list where we were ranking them, and then we'll redo it all at the end. So,
yeah. Looking forward to it.
But that's it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. A reminder, if you ever want to watch live, interact, we had a couple chats from Steamroller during the show and whatnot. If you want to be part of that, twitch.tv/Steam Machine. Normally, I would say 8 p.m. Central Time on Mondays.
Just turn on noties for Steam Machine, man.
Yeah, go to twitter.com/Steam Machine, twitter.com/OwenGoshDom, turn on noties there.
That too.
Get all of our totally incoherent thoughts.
I shoot my thoughts into the void, so.
Yeah, I do shout some of those. I have a couple just really dumb ones every now and again. Mm-hmm. I tried to use sarcasm on Twitter the other day.
That's right.
That did not go well. Shout out to patrons over at patreon.com/HomeDisaster. Aaron, Skylar, Dylan, Ozzy.
Oh, look at that. A bot just dropped in.
Mailbox. Yeah, join the bot.
Cheap viewers on streamboo.com.
Nice. Well,
can't wait to ban you.
Thank God.
See you next week, guys. Shout out to Ozzy, Dylan, Skylar, Aaron, Mailbox.
Yes. You're commenting.
What you're most looking forward to about this cheat season.
And your sleeper pick. And your sleeper pick for fantasy. Yes. Twitter.
You're also
Twitch,
sending
YouTube,
you're sending this episode to 5 friends, obviously.
Yes. Tell your friends. Tell your mom. Tell your dog. Put a sign in your yard about it.
Tell your local high school principal.
We should make stickers.
Okay, bye.
See you guys.